Are y'all fired up?
Surrounded by family, friends, and supporters in Louisville, State Representative Charles Booker says this exploratory is not a campaign, but the start of a movement.
It was a long shot. He was told not to risk it. Charles Booker was reared in Louisville's West End, Kentucky's largest African American community in what is a mostly white state. His dad and mom, Baptist preachers, had struggled to buy costly insulin to treat his type 1 diabetes.
No one pays attention to my neighborhood. In the west end of Louisville, with roughly 75,000 people, we have just a couple of grocery stores, a handful of dollar stores because they prey on us, and if you need to use public transportation to get to the hospital, it can take you a couple of hours. Jobs have left. Unemployment was around 30% for years in the neighborhood I live in. People in eastern Kentucky know that struggle. Access to clean water, high utility bills, they know what that's about.
He had no wealthy donors. National party bosses, led by Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, were backing longtime Democratic nominee Amy McGrath.
Chuck Schumer and the DSCC, recruited into this race, very centrist, corporatist type of candidate, raised $41 million.
But he never gave up.
Versus Charles Booker. He is a state representative, youngest African-American lawmaker in the state, running this sort of grassroots, populist, insurgent campaign endorsed by Bernie Sanders, AOC, Elizabeth Warren. He really met the moment in terms of the protests that are unfolding around the country, but in particular in Louisville, his hometown. This is where Breonna Taylor was, of course, killed by police officers.
The people, united, will never be divided.
Listening to Booker's story, as someone from a working class immigrant family who moved from apartment to apartment, I was reminded of the life I would have continued to live had I not been adopted. As someone who has spent the last year organizing for climate justice within our state, seeing Booker call for a Green New Deal to stop the climate crisis and create millions of good jobs in the process was the first time I saw a candidate for Senate who was advocating for my generation in Kentucky. I saw him energizing thousands of people who had never gotten involved in politics before. The beauty of Booker's race is that we, Kentuckians, young people, good troublemakers, change seekers, saw ourselves in Booker's story and campaign.
This movement is about elevating your voice, about hearing you for real.
Win or lose this primary, we have already won, because we have inspired new voices to rise up and brought to light issues that can't be ignored. The race was never just about Booker. It was about restoring faith in what political leadership could be and hope in a better world where Kentuckians
don't die because they don't have money in their pocket.
We'll have healthy, good-paying jobs.
Are represented by someone who knows our struggles.
Booker stands up against the false narrative that Kentuckians aren't hungry for change.
Speaker, you are out of them. Your 3 minutes are up.
He's shown us that with passion and dedication, we can all fight for what's right, whether it's criminal justice, workers' rights, or climate change. He's shown us the power people have when they come together. So even if he doesn't win the election, we've already won because the opportunity to change Kentucky and the world is open to us all.